Alright, everybody. I haven't played any of the games in this series in a very long time. Oops. I whacked my mic again. Oops. And even then, I've only played the first. Dropping my thing a little bit there in terms of the volume. Just so that way I can, you know, hear myself a little better, so I know I'm not screaming. Nobody needs more of that. Do I have bit redeems? I do not at this point because I never really set that up. Mostly because I didn't particularly think that anybody would ever do that. There may be like a Streamlabs notification animation, but I don't remember if that even works. I assume that it did not, because I feel like something that I had set up didn't work, and it was probably hosts. But regardless, yeah, I don't have, like, you know, sounder redeems or anything like that yet. One of these days, I'll actually, like, try to remember to do that. The idea of people actually giving me money for anything that I do has never seemed like a feasible possibility. Oh, I'm sure we can get that, or we can get the whitest kids you know. Oh, now you fucked up bit, which I feel like that would be kind of fitting in its own way too. Anywho, I see they give us 3 save slots. We're gonna Brysulfit. We're going for slot 2, everybody. Is there like no sound for? Okay, no, it's just very quiet. I have my volume down low, obviously, for reasons I discussed already. Let's go ahead and start in on the original Spyro the Dragon.
Okay, rolling.
That's about how I feel, buddy.
It's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age. We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
Is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat?
Oh man, the posters on this are so good.
Ugly?
They really touched up the cutscenes for this. I know that, and they did redo the entire voice acting.
Looks like I've got some to do.
I want to say that Spyro is like Tom Kenny or something like that now. I don't know the voice cast whatsoever, so I'm probably way out there. I just remember that Carlos Alazraqui was the original voice of Spyro the Dragon, who you probably know as Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, or he was on Reno 911, some other stuff like that. I know him as Rocco because I watched a lot of Rocco's Modern Life when I was a kid, and that might explain why I'm so fucked up. I do not know, Lears. Don't even ask that question. You're gonna have a no useful answer for that.
He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Norm?
I'm going to assume that, like, my ankle very specifically has some sort of, like, curse on it. I don't know. Maybe I accidentally kicked somebody's. I don't know. Maybe an evil warlock's dog was turned into a soccer ball or something when I was a kid. Bloodcry, how are you doing? I have not seen you in... Well, actually, I think I saw you post a couple of times on Plurk recently-ish, but it's been a minute, to say the least. Give me a minute here, also, speaking of a minute, to really get a little bit more acquainted with the controls here. We control our camera with the right stick, thank goodness. Left stick, obviously, to move around. God, I remember the days of, oh, we got these little, like, sideways strafe rolls. Is that a thing that was in the PS1 OG? I don't remember. L2 is our focus camera behind us button, also known as probably where my lead finger is going to be the whole time. And R2 is another flamethrower button for us. It was in Ripto's Rage. Okay. Well, I have only played the original, and even then, I got as far as... I think I got into part of the third world of the original, and there was this one egg thief who was centered around this little circular pool, and it drove me nuts trying to get that guy. I died to that so many times, I was just like, yeah, I think I gotta pack it in here, but we're out to actually beat this game this time. But also, I mostly played the first world of this game because that was the length of the demo that was hidden in Crash Bandicoot Warped, and I loved Crash Bandicoot Warped. Crash Warped was probably like my favorite PS1 game when I was a kid, and, you know, teenage age and all that. So yeah, excuse me if I'm not necessarily the most up and up on Spyro the Dragon lore and stuff. Lears, as to your question about Greedycraft, good question. I'm gonna have to say you're gonna have to ask the rest of the gang about when they want to try to assemble to do stuff like that. I would assume that it's probably not necessarily going to be the soonest, and again, it depends a little bit on the quality of Brian's PC. Oh god, yeah, Crash 2 is rough. I played through the remade trilogy, the Insane trilogy. There we go. I forgot what the name of it was. I played through that probably 2 years ago now. I don't remember. I actually just looked through my stuff last night when I was grabbing old B-roll for a video that I posted on Patreon. Oh, there's the balloon man, so we don't got to worry about that guy for a bit. So, yeah, I remember Crash 2. I remember Cortex Strikes Back actually being the hardest out of the trilogy when I played it on the Insane, but part of that may also be that I literally had played zero of it beforehand. Obviously, I was well acquainted with old buddy Crash Warped, and I had played a little bit of Crash 1 because I actually owned a copy of Crash 1 that I had bought many years after the fact, but yes, I wasn't super familiar with that because I played only a little bit of it. But yeah, I remember Crash 2 being the hardest, but that's not necessarily the most unbiased of takes. Is it loud? I'll twiddle that in a minute. Let's see how that might be a little better. I mean, I can just pull this back a little bit too. Oh god, yeah, the behaving, I think it was called, that level sucked. Now, let me see if I can serious up and get this dude. Oh yeah, because he emitted multiple gems, so he made multiple little gem noises. That's a thing that I remember. That's better? Alright. Yeah.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice to glide. And
the bees in Insane Trilogy are still rat bastards.
Falling from high mountain peaks?
Behaving, I seem to remember, was kind of one of the crappiest levels in Crash 2. In terms of being, like, scary, I don't know about that so much, but I'm not necessarily, you know, easily set off by that sort of thing. I haven't played it in a minute, though. I've got a Switch copy of it, too, which means that I could always strap that back in and follow that up with It's About Time, because I have that as well. I do love my Crash games, even if I don't love Activision very much. That's why I buy them all used. Yeah, that's entirely fair. That will definitely have an effect. Sorry I haven't responded to your thing, Irene. Zelda 2 sprites in honor of Toriyama? Absolutely. That is very cool. A big rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. I may not necessarily have been like the biggest fan of of those things, but it is undeniable that Toriyama left probably one of the biggest thumbprints on RPGs and on anime and manga out of like any singular person. Howdy, Iron Fury. Lears, the Mycom is still very, very good. It continues to work. It continues to work. Well, we'll say that. It hasn't blown up, and it's a very good capture unit. I haven't really like twiddled with the settings too much. I probably should do that at some point. Because admittedly, the last several months, everything I've been playing on here has been on the PC, but I have done a little bit of goofing on it off camera. I never did remember to go back and film the beginning of 10 for you and see if the yellow is just a consequence of FF10 for the Switch or what. Because now that you mention that, yeah, judging by the overall... Oh boy, we got a skill point. What is this, Ratchet and Clank? Well, the OG was made by Insomniac, so... Yeah, see, I think this is a big part of... Oh, no, you can't just do what I was thinking. Never mind. I was going to say, I think this is probably a big part of why they threw the flamethrower on a shoulder button, too, is that way you could easily do it out of a charge. No, it's just kind of rough. Then again, you know, decade layoff, pretty much. That'll do it.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing?
Posing for a picture, apparently.
His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Well, you didn't fully tutorialize me on the health bar, but yes, Sparks the Dragonfly is our health meter, and I think that's pretty cool that instead of giving you like a regular, just like, hey, here's a bunch of HUD stuff, here's a little thing floating around by you, it's significantly immersive, and also Sparks can help pick up gems and stuff for us, so that's quite nice. Oh, that's quite good, especially considering Blue Sky is still like a tiny platform, realistically. I mean, it's bigger than it was before it was invite only, but
Cool
still.
flash. Do that again.
The artisan's box is through a portal in the Dragon Mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
Why don't they go after Nasty Nork? I mean, that's a good question, especially after they get freed. Maybe they just are specifically not immune to Nasty Nork's transformation magic, because, spoiler alert, yes, I have seen a full playthrough of this game. Some of them show up later on in the final world being re-petrified. So, you know, you can believe they know about the fourth wall. I mean, they have call out button prompts already, so at this point, why the heck not, right? Oh, hey, I got an achievement for unlocking Sunny Flight. I could have sworn that was only 4 platforms in the OG, but again, old person memory. It's not that impressive. Yeah. Oh, that kills us, right? Let's try to not just hit the drop button immediately. And yeah, I'll go for this first. I don't remember where everything is, but I remember this as just a mechanic, and I remember it being a lot of fun. Now, obviously, I should not, like, stray from the path of doing any of these. But also, I have many bad habits, and that's one of them. Ah, crud. Yeah, see, I cleaned that up because I had a feeling we were not going to be coming back. Alright, now the last thing we need are the chests and the one train. But hopefully I can get away with doing the chests first. This is not what you would call an efficient path whatsoever. Do not approach this the way I am. Yeah, especially when you fail to hit one of the things. It's alright. This is usually the sort of thing that you probably need to feel out a couple times anyway. Whew! I can't believe I got that. I mean, that being less than a second, I think that's almost the best time in and of itself. Forget that. I didn't deserve that. Actually, I have a feeling that if I did that on the PS1 with that sort of timing of 0.6 seconds remaining, I would not get it. Also, now that we've left the area and returned, the enemies have returned as well. Oh yeah, this is the boss, right? And L2 is behind us. However, instead of more treasure, because obviously those are like regular collectibles, they now drop these little orbs. If we fill in the ring around Spyro's head, we get a free 1-up. I'm gonna go into, I forget the exact name. Dark Hollow, yes. I knew it was Dark something, but like that's necessarily going to help me remember anything. Eternal Darkness. Not quite, but I mean, I have a feeling that that one part of the game that I mentioned earlier will kind of be Sanity's Requiem for me, but we'll get to that later. And in here we start getting some new mechanics. We got a couple of the Norks here. They've got metal shields, and the big guy is immune to charging. However, the shield fellas, when they put up their shields, they are immune to fire. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. I believe... I actually was barely paying attention to that, but that is a point. So I believe later on there are Norks who have like metal body armor who are always immune to fire. And I'm gonna level with you, I feel like that's a load of bunk. Now say what you will about the shields, but if you're wearing the metal body armor, you're gonna get horrible burns anyway. Oh hey, there we go, taking a hit. Sadly we cannot eat his gigantic leg of whatever meat that is. God forbid, thespians. Listen, I'm just saying they're all more talented than me, and that makes me jealous because they're already dragons. And that's fucked up. I'm really being outdone by the guys I gotta save.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
That's a dragon with a monocle, that's... I like that. Don't know if it's worth it to you know what? Fair enough. Maybe it's just like some super heat absorbent metal. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of like carbon fiber lining or something. Okay, yeah, good point. If they're wearing some sort of like leather between that, which they very well could be. You know, they're not just naked inside their metal otherwise. I'll take a look at them in a little more detail in a bit. And yeah, there was me trying to charge one of the big boys. Oh, they did a lot on the. That's pretty good. A lot of work went into the old frog animation here. No tongue though, huh? Weird frog. But yes, the amount of work put into this is spectacular. Which is why I am very glad that Toys for Bob has gone independent. I know I've mentioned it on stream before, but I gotta say it again, because yes, good fucking team.
Like this Nork with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
And yeah, we don't need to leave the level yet. Besides, we can probably just return home from the... You are correct, the frog has fangs. I did notice that. Frog with teeth, that's an interesting image. Alright, so we want to get this guy in the back. Oh. I was worried for a second that we didn't, because it kind of looked like, well, you can tell it kind of looked like he had just turned around. Don't. Did that not hurt us? It didn't hurt us. Okay. Sure. Oh, the rest of the way back up, right? Because, hey, keep in mind, chat delay. It's the thing. And also, I can't entirely, I don't always keep up super well. Or do I see super well? Oh, we got the guy somehow. I didn't even notice. All right. Oh, I'm just not seeing them as a consequence then. Okay. Well, I'm dumb. I'll look for it again in a few. It is taking me some getting used to how long it takes for the glide to end in cases where you want to cut it off. Because, yeah, that seems like something that can be a little bit rough, but again, I probably shouldn't be like, oh, because again, I've played this game.
Spyro, wanna know a secret?
I haven't played this game in so long, I may as well never have played it.
In and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Action button, I believe that'll be our triangle button, right? Yeah, that's our first person button. And we can spit fire from that. That's helpful. Really, it's to be expected, but it's helpful nonetheless. It's piles of books. Ah, there we go. Okay, I see them now. Yeah, they seemed a little bit funny, and that's worth an achievement. Well, I mean, I didn't see them, so maybe I understand where you're coming from, Valve. All right, thank you for the lurkin and all of that. I appreciate the company. Yeah. One up. And I don't know how much... Well, we've still got this key to go open the vault real quick. The chest, rather. So I think this level is only 100 treasure? Is that... Yes, it is. So nice and easy. Put up an overworld minimap on the settings. Oh, there's probably something like that, but watch me just forget to deal with that for the entirety of me streaming these games. Let's take a look. Options. Yeah, so let's turn the map on here. Oh, that's quite helpful, actually. I don't know what I expected, but I think I expected it to not show the whole thing. Oh, yeah. Come back here, sir. Thank you. Did I actually get his orb? I got his orb. All right. Oh, they are worth multiple of those things. That's neat. Alright, I believe there's 2 more levels and then the boss. That might be something I can check in the guidebook here. No, it doesn't tell us until we enter the levels. Alright. Duly noted. Oh, I can swap to the OG Stuart Copeland music? Nice. Yeah, so that's something I forgot to mention somehow, probably because I was too caught up in, like, everything else, is that, yes, the music was originally composed by Stuart Copeland, who you probably know as the drummer of The Police. Which, you know, that may sound like an interesting choice, but Stuart Copeland was very good in terms of writing music. And let me tell you, that guy knew a lot about using things very carefully in terms of, like, drum fills and stuff like that. Incoming goat. Okay, yeah, these goats are worth treasure. I don't know why they are, but you know something? I feel like maybe I shouldn't argue. Maybe they just ate it or something. They're goats. They can probably eat gemstones. Note, do not try that in real life with your own goats. Oh, very nice. Again, kind of fits with a lot of the rest of... They just really went all out on this, and they certainly did.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya!
As Spyro doesn't care about tying an onion to your belt, which was the style at the time. Wow, that was impressively bad even by my low standards. The metal crates are busted open with your head. There are specific chests around here that you have to use fire in order to get the gems out. Also, we'll see those, right? Assuming I'm remembering the mechanics correctly, which perhaps I'm not. Oh, I hear my old nemesis here. Not that specific one, but I do hear an egg thief. I want to hear about getting 5 bees for a quarter. Oh, that doesn't sound like a good deal to anybody. Alright, yeah, we gotta go up to the next level in order to deal with these, because our egg thief is gonna be hanging out on the outer rim there.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet.
And his tail kind of looks like a paintbrush, too.
Press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
Like, it's got paint smears on it. Dragon-type Smeargle variant, huh? Quite a concept. Oh, yeah, I mean, we both keep saying it, but they did such good work with this. This is fantastic. This is one of the fairly few instances, and I can only say this so far, but this distinctly feels like better than the original in terms of one of these remakes, where it's usually you would kind of be like, okay, I can see both sides at best. This one, no, I'll take this over the PS1 original any day. And there we go, our first dragon egg out of what, like 12? Can I view total of the entire game on those? Not yet, I guess. But hey, apparently we're 10% done with the game. Not bad for only starting half an hour ago, geez. I'm sure that that's not going to be the pace that we keep the whole time, though. This is definitely going to get... Well, I'm not good at any platformers, and I'm even worse at 3D platformers. At the very least, I assume that the controls are a little bit sharper than they were way back in the 90s. So you'd like to hope, anyway. Okay, we can't get on top of that, huh? There's plenty of stuff to get up here. I believe, and remember that this is based off of ancient memory, that this is a 200 treasure level. It's a remote beach. All right. Well, that does seem kind of familiar. We'll find it. Okay, there's the hole. Okay, I knew I didn't find every path. Because, yeah, we don't have all the dragons yet.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms,
Oh, look at this
you're
fella.
seeing your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
That's the start of what you put on when you go to a steampunk convention, I believe. And I don't mean that in a derisive way whatsoever. That's a lot of watches. I still would not know what time it was. Ah, yeah, here we go. The lockbox, I remember that. I'm still missing 4 treasure, though, so I gotta find it. Yeah, so I guess I truly don't know what time it
Watch
is.
the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong, like me.
Sure.
I like how he's holding the coffee carafe with his tail. That's pretty great. That's some A+ design just in general. Okay, 4 treasure. So this is the leave area. And we've gotten everything here, I believe. Did I miss this room? No, I did not miss that room. Okay. Heard something make a noise here. Gotta be up, right? Oh, hopefully we'll find out when we get there. I didn't just miss something in the fields, like some kind of... All right. "100% Spyro 1 multiple times and never played any of the others." Well, once we beat this game, I will be moving on to check out the others too, so... Oh no, it's just sheep hopping around. Okay. I haven't played this game in any capacity whatsoever, like I said earlier in the stream, in many a year, so... Even though I do remember a few bits and pieces here and there. Oh. Like, one I should probably remember is that that's not a useful use of my time. But now we're stuck in the classic 3D collectathon style platformer dilemma of, oh no, I'm short one thing. Well, probably one thing anyway. It's 2 treasure. I mean, it's probably just a green gem somewhere that blended into its surroundings. Because my eyesight is... I'd say not what it once was, but it's probably about the same as it was when I was a kid, and it was not very good then. Stick to high ground. That'll help us see better. Probably. Oop. Spyro just gets bogged from the force field. Is there something up there? No, that's just the background lights. Whoops. Alright, careful we don't take another dive, because then I'll really look dumb. Not that I need the help, but... Yeah, we can't get up there, right? Yeah. I was gonna say there's an invisible wall. I just had to actually confirm it. Oh, oops. I ran over that sheep for nothing. I'm sorry. At least they regenerate. It's usually up here. Yeah, that sounds about right. I imagine that I missed something when I got the dragon egg thief. But also, I'm real bad at seeing where things are just in general, so. Let's see what we can do. I haven't seen it up here. And there's nothing on that weird little bridge there. Unless that's actually a window into something. No, that looks too thin for that. Not quite too thin, but it is barred, so that part doesn't matter so much. Check the whole perimeter of the castle you can jump onto? Yes. Everything in this side seems to have been picked up as far as I can tell. Check the other side. The hopping noise, I'm fairly certain is the sheep. The top ring up there. Yeah, this is... We already checked this area. Double check to make sure it wasn't in that corner. Oh, okay, so it was just hanging around this... How did I miss that? It must have just been the right color that I was like, that's just a flower, right? Ah, well. We have finished the level, though, so we can head on back... and go check out the other couple of stages here. And by the other couple of stages, I mean the other one stage. And then the boss. Oh, come back here, buddy. I want your orbs. Stand back, he's about to orb. I can't stop those anymore, I'm sorry. Town square, and then we should just have the boss left in this world, and then we move on to the second world. Oh, I remember this, like, being significantly harder, but that may have just been because it was the PS1 version, and maybe it was a lot louder. Yeah, it must have been a significantly louder than the other one. It's more like the Artisan Homeworld theme is a little bit more, and this one is, like, rounded off a little bit. Which is not the right term, but it sounds right to me.
Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the right stick to get a good look.
That's right. He said Buddy said bulls plural, so don't try to go up to that upper landing there. Yeah, that's definitely quite the slim fellow. Quite the slim cognito, the slim Jim. Memphis Slim? I don't know where I'm going with this joke. Barbados Slim? There we go. And yes, I believe... Well, actually, hang on a second. I don't think you need fire in order to deal with those treasure containers. It's just a little bit quicker, basically. That's not a step. Make sure you jump. Devlin. Not to be confused with Duke Devlin.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Did
Oh god, I thought that said Thogs, Spyro.
By pressing the jump button at the very
I mean, close enough, but it Devlin has a thanks Spyro cake. That's fantastic. They are really taking advantage of the fact that they don't have to limit themselves to 700 megabytes. And I'm here for it. Ah, yeah, that sound is our old friend. I know, right? Couldn't, like, hand it to us in any way? Thanks, Roundy. Alright, now let's make sure we don't jump onto the return home thing. I'm sure we'd have to actually jump onto that after that.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here?
Not yet.
He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run, run! I'm getting a little winded.
You probably have been using up all your breath roasting that meat, right? So the way we get there is not by jumping on the fountain. I seem to recall that you could do that in the original, though, and if you fell in, it would hurt you. Oh yeah, definitely. They redid all the voice acting. I don't know what I don't know what the new voice cast who is involved, but I mean, 90s stuff has its own sort of personality, but also 90s voiceovers could be a little bit rough at times. Okay, I just kind of suck at getting to this guy, apparently. There's not an easier route to that? Surely I'm... Well, it's also just because I'm not good at platformers. I have to glide from the high platform. So I guess that I'm just not doing it from far enough on the edge, basically, right? It probably helps if I actually, like, charge straight-ish. Let go of the square button. Otherwise, the game is not gonna have... I'm gonna try not doing the charge and just... Yeah, see, you just do it better until eventually it works. Don't fall in. That achievement just told me that this is a secret egg thief. I don't really think that qualifies, personally, as much of a secret. We were told about that fella. Now, before we continue the chase, we may as well get all the other stuff that's up here on the high area. Because there is plenty. Alright, so this is the thing that requires you to use the fire breath. You spin those things with more fire and they break eventually.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. You can always check your progress by accessing the guidebook through the pause menu.
Oh hey, that guy actually gives you a piece of advice this time. Okay, we're gonna have to restart that, aren't we? Ah, crap. So far, no. Which, to be fair, I believe that's the only one in the first world. Is that dude? I didn't get him. Okay. I couldn't tell because that camera angle was a little choked. Unless I did get him? Oh no, I got him! I just didn't see the egg go into my inventory. No, I managed to just drop on him and get the egg nicely, but now I'm missing 9 treasure? Okay, I see that I fucked up earlier on the... So now I gotta make that jump for the 3rd time this level. Oh boy. I hope you didn't come here to see skill, everybody, because none of that is gonna be on display. It's alright, if any of you come here to see me be good at video games, that'd be real silly. Came here to look at the chicken. There's more of them down this way, right? You can take a look at that chicken in a minute. Listen, I assume that most of them look exactly the same because, yeah. I mean, look at these goofy things just hopping around like this. That's a pretty good chicken. I do like, by the way, that the animals just stop in front of you when you're that close to them. I don't remember how much of a thing that is in the original. But it feels like that was not the case. I'm trying to think of where the last 8 treasure would be. This level is not that big, as can be told by the fact that, yeah, it's not that big. Make sure I didn't do something dumb like leave it behind a super obvious object. Yeah, we already looked behind here. It's not there. Go back here anyway. What ridiculously obvious location am I just missing? I feel like a real idiot for this. More than usual, in fact. Mostly because I remember really liking this level when I was a kid. Which makes me screwing up the jump even worse. Because it's like, oh, come on. I shouldn't be this bad at this, but, you know. Long. Wow, that's pretty obvious. Whoops. Well, I'm quite embarrassed about that. Nobody look at me. It's alright, I'm not on camera. You can't look at me anyway. Not quite. It was at the end of the hall on the upper level. Just off to the right side of the door. Right in a corner. So now that we've got all that stuff done, we can go and deal with the boss. I think technically you could actually deal with the boss earlier, especially in the later worlds that's possible, but I mean, we may as well do everything else first, right? And look at that, the big dragon mouth opens to reveal Toasty. When I was a kid, that was kind of ominous. At least it felt like it to me. That's not just, oh, hey, this is how you get to the boss. It's also, the boss is called Toasty and you're going in the dragon mouth. Oh, I feel like I usually get hit by the guard dogs pretty easily. But again, I feel like here I am calling back to memories from 10 years ago or something. The dogs are pretty cute when they're not trying to murder you. Okay, yeah, that's... that didn't work out too well. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Something over here? Yeah. But a lot of something's in fact. Oh. That's embarrassing. I was doing better when I was just being completely audacious and going for it. Nevin. Larry Nevin? Oh, sorry.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
I don't know about that.
I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. Toasty has many tricks up his sleeve.
What, only the one sleeve? And there we go. There's Toasty. Here's our boss of the area. I mean, it's a good look. I'll give that immediately, but I don't know. It seems to be getting a little less impressive now, actually. Should probably fireproof that robe a little better. Ah, crap. Well, Sparks is gone, so we cannot take another hit or we die. Well, we should be able to go back and get some health, right? I think I've seen some sheep earlier in the level. If not, I mean, we can just get it back at the actual home world. Yeah. Oh, wow, there's no health here. Well, that surprises me. And that means some future levels are gonna be a little rough. However, yeah, definitely it's the dogs who are causing me the issue here. Not a whole lot in the boss level, other than the boss, in terms of stuff to collect. So there we go, all 1,000 treasure of the Artisan Homeworld. And all of the 16 dragons and the 2 dragon eggs. The amounts of everything that we're going to start seeing will go up very soon. So if you think those numbers sound a little bit small, no, there aren't like 12 worlds. There's a few fewer than that. But for now, we want to go and visit the balloonist.
Wow!
Marco. I thought it was
you
Marcus, but
rescued
close.
Dragon, Spyro. You may travel to the Peacekeeper's world if you like. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so depending on how much of anything you get, that determines whether you can move on to the next world. You can actually go to the next world early, so to speak, if you just meet the thresholds. You don't have to collect literally everything, just like in most of these games. I don't know the exact counts or anything that's required offhand, but I would just assume approximately 70%. Because that's usually, 60, 70%. That's usually about the sort of level that you need for most of these games.
Welcome to Peacekeepers. Look how our treasure has been stolen and turned against us. Please, recover our treasure, Spyro.
Nice purple hair and beard. Purple hair and beard. And the axe. And don't worry, buddy, you don't have to tell me twice about collecting treasure. Because there is plenty to go around. once we deal with the Norks operating the cannons, we can do stuff with them ourselves, which we actually need to do in order to progress, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that seems like the sort of thing that is familiar. Also, there's this stuff, which is purple and nasty. I don't exactly know what it is, but, well, let's just say that if somebody served me a glass of that, I would not be very happy about it. Ooh, is this going to be a little bit slippery to operate? A little bit. Okay, that's not useful. That one's probably just there as a demonstration. I mean, it's probably certainly poisonous. By the way, I didn't see that you came in. Sorry, Retro. I was tunneled a little bit there. How you doing? Oh. That's not breakable. I think this is a thing, right? I'm not just imagining it. You're right. Well, that one's certainly not doing it. Just fought Rama in 14. Nice. That's right. That one is actually story required, right? I don't know what I got that skill point for, but all right. Maybe it's just because I didn't let all of them run back to the tents. And yeah, those can be charged as well, but it's definitely not the most effective way of getting the treasure out. Oh, I see. We got an ice level already. Yeah, see, the boss level is open already, which is kind of impressive. Okay, yeah, so that one's double locked, I guess. Oh no, those have to be hit with the cannons. That's right. Well, that was interesting. Classic 3D platformer physics mishap. Now this is probably too close, but let's give it a shot anyway. Oh! Alright! Although it did look a little weird since it didn't fade out immediately. That seemed kind of funny.
Hey, Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job.
One second. Just adjusting my position here.
Keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterfly.
Well, I mean, my health isn't full, but he definitely kept me from getting murdered in that one stage in a really embarrassing manner. Speaking of really embarrassing, that... Guys, I can't make basic jumps. I'm bad at video games. Okay, that is going to need me to go around the other way if I want to have any chance of getting there. That's the long path. Oh yeah, and let's not forget to grab those chests. Yeah, I did start kind of late today because it took me a while to get things going. Yeah. And yeah, this is what I'm going to be streaming until I clear this, and probably until I clear the other games in the trilogy, because I'm hoping I'll have a pretty good time with them. And hopefully my computer won't explode or something, I don't know. What am I playing this on? I'm playing this on PC, actually. I've got the Steam version. I'm using a PS4 controller for it. No need for DS4 Windows with this one, actually. This has native PS4 controller support, thankfully. So that's pretty cool. Alright, we got a key, so there's a lockbox around here somewhere.
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick some.
Just toast those enemies and collect the treasure.
Everybody's worried about Spyro saying ass. Hey, can't have that. Mega Man 11 is... Yeah, Mega Man 11's got some rough parts. I had to think on that for a second. So I was like, how does that measure up to... Well, I mean, Mega Man 9 kicked my ass harder, but... Yeah, Mega Man 11 is... Well, it's a Mega Man game. They're all pretty tough. Oh, that's rough. Speaking of rough, yeah. That's kind of a place where if you fail that jump, you die, though. So I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Gotta get right up to the edge. Go for a nice big glide. There we go. And you got the Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2. The games in that one are pretty damn hard, too, in my general opinion. I mean, I'm not necessarily confident that the X series is ever, like, easy or anything, but definitely that's some of the harder stuff in the series. X6 and X7 especially. X5 has some issues, notably tedium in the refights. And X8 I don't completely remember. X4, the castle stages of X4 are pretty brutal. I would say that if you really would like to avoid X7, then by all means you should probably avoid X7, because I can't defend that. I'm like a huge Mega Man fan in general, and that's my limit of, you're not going to be able to get me to be like, hey, yeah, that was okay, because it was definitely a mistake. Oop. Yeah, we're not cutting tight enough just yet. I'm not good at rounding corners real hard. There we go. Yeah, General is the one that usually does me in, other than the final boss, which, yeah, Sigma in X4 is brutal. But the one that usually causes me issues is Double when I'm playing as Mega Man. That guy is rough. Zero generally has less of a tough time, which is kind of surprising considering he's the melee guy in a Mega Man game. That seems like that should just be pure pain. Maybe it just differs between... it probably varies player to player is what I'm trying to say. He does notably have some issues of just... not every boss necessarily having a great weakness. Also, that was really shameful. I got hit twice in rapid succession, which... I mean, that's not the shameful part, is that I got hit at all. But taking the second one, ooh.
What? Huh? Oh. Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Like, one thing that I will say about Zero that I think bugs me a little bit is that his mobility boosts, notably the double jump and the air dash, are a weapon instead of just having them by default or getting them from a capsule like X does. And that feels a little bit mean. Some of his attacks can be a little bit tough to use, but most of them are not that bad, I don't think. So yeah, I guess that's our first outright useless, just, oh, thanks for releasing me guy out of the game. Oh, no, use the fire breath. That's a big dude. Momentum in that. I didn't think he was big enough, is probably what the issue was. It's like, oh, that's a big monster, but I mean, I feel like I've dealt with worse. Then again, I've mostly been using the fire breath the whole time. Why'd I switch? That's a good question, Mega Man. Wait. That's a good question, Mega Man. That's a little closer.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you were a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known...
I forget.
Thanks. And he didn't even teach me how to fly a plane. I mean, he's clearly done up like an old pilot, right? Like a little bit Red Baronish looking. Ooh, we're gonna have to make a nice long jump there. Do we have a key? Check the guidebook. Oh, it doesn't tell me. But it does tell me that I'm missing 2 dragons in this level, so that's cool. Alright, yeah, you go get your rest and that. Because... yeah. You know, that's a useful thing to sleep and be rested. Oh, I'm glad that vulture missed us, because I was just absolutely not paying attention. Hey, that one was worth 25. That's pretty big. Is this a 400 treasure level? Yeah, it is. 400. That is quite a number. As I said, the amount of stuff we're gonna have to get out of these stages is gonna start going up. And I was not kidding you. In fact, you can probably tell that this place is quite a lot larger than the previous levels we've been involved with. That's a nice slow blunderbuss that guy has.
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
I was born to glide.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't put much faith in me either, dude. So there's the big glide at the not quite end there. What else we got to deal with here? We got some more metal chests. Another shield guy. Is there anything else here? Oh yeah, okay. That's right, because that has the lockbox at the end, not the last dragon. Crap. That's probably just another semi-tight jump that I just have to make from the edge. Just something I have to play a little better, that's all. Let's make sure that I didn't miss nothing in the area here. And I immediately did that because I noticed that I hit the spike. So I was just like, yeah, we're not making that anyway. If only I had noticed it soon enough to not start gliding at all. That tower is on the wrong side, really. It's, purple stuff. I'm gonna assume we can't really get on these crenellations. I'm probably doing this the hard way, right? Maybe I do have to get on the little bits there. Oops. I need to think on this for a second, and also I'm gonna just readjust in my chair here a little bit. As ever, it helps if I just don't play badly, but oh, that might be a little rough. Okay, so we're back over here. We can go this way. I don't know if this is necessarily going to get us access to more height or anything. But well, there's also just some stuff that we didn't get here, so we probably should do that. Oh, there's an extra life for us. And okay, to get over there, we gotta go back on top of the building. Yeah, I'm at such a point right now where there's a really tough jump that I'm not doing well at making. And I'm thinking if there's another way that I can make it, which it's not this one. This is, we haven't even gotten the key yet. It's the jump to get the key. Okay, so this doesn't look like a location where we can get any more height from, but we're trying to get over there. I have to curve it. Oh, that's like, that definitely is too. Like, that's... Can't actually see my... Ooh, don't like that. So that would explain a lot of my confusion then, I suppose. Because then I wouldn't necessarily, I think, be able to intuitively draw the line. I need to release the square button. I'm not good at that. Excuse me. Throat's drying out a little bit there. Across the gap. Up, up, and... Right, so this is definitely not, like, helpful. Trying to figure out where I can get more height from in the first place to do that then. That wouldn't do it, obviously, because that's just off in the middle, and that's just longer. missing? Oh, that's an interesting platform up there. I see something over there. That might be of use. I just have to get into a position where I can get there more quickly. More readily, whatever. I need height. That's the important part. Okay, this has a little bit of a rise to it. I think I get where this is going. Yeah, that's not really an easily drawn path because of the fact that, yeah. Huh, that's interesting. So we free the last dragon, and we grab the key.
Incredible glide, Spyro. I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head.
Hey, they're not even
Birds
here
might
anymore.
look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled with a pinch of salt.
Alright, so on the other hand, at the very least, the other big glide that I need to do here is more intuitive. I think it might be a harder glide to make, and don't worry, we don't have to do that. We can go there the easier way. Is we just gotta go out to that big island with the lockbox on it, right? And that should let us 100% the level. Alright, now, let's try to not fuck this up. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, don't press the square button. Nothing here needs to be charged anyway. Just insert the key. Get our money. Hooray! And hey, we can even glide back. It's quite safe. We could just return home through the menu, by the way, but I don't know. I feel like walking through the exit every time. It feels right, you know? Move around on the level transitions. Oh, neat. That's pretty cool. I'll have to try it out when we get into this one here. Oh, that's pretty cute. You can press circle to breathe fire, too. That's fun. Oh, you press X and he flaps his wings a little harder. Nice. Does that guy have a metal cape? That's kind of awesome, actually. Oh yeah, I didn't even think to press the R1 and the other button. Anything? No, the pots are just objects now. Nothing to get out of them. Oh, did you not get that earlier, Sparks? You silly bug. Let's go around the other way. I mean, I'm sure that I can't, like... Yeah, because Egg Thief is off. They also stop a little too fast for you to easily just, like, let them catch up to you, basically. But you can see how tight some of the circles you gotta run are, and how rough it can be to make headway on those, because... With these, the basic plan is that you just run tighter circles than they do. We were pretty close there, but we had the Egg Thief in the, like, the shadow of our camera there. So that caused us some not being good enough at being able to actually do that issues. Or if you prefer, a skill issue. We'll call it the thing that, you know. That's a nice big hammer.
It's supposed to flame metal armor anyway.
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
Oh, really? That is quite the hammer. Oh, I see. They're like little frilled lizards who only have 2 limbs? They sure do. They don't have any front legs whatsoever. Interesting. Which means they're also kind of doing like the sort of Jesus lizard walk. Or I may have completely accidentally made that up, but I'm thinking that there is like a lizard that runs across water that does like this really goofy looking run in order to be able to run across water. There's a bird that does something similar too. There are a lot of very strange animals out there, basically. Of course, I'm sure that to people where those animals are more common, those are completely normal animals. Oops. Well, Spyro, I'm afraid you're not gonna come out of this journey without taking a few more bonks to the head as we go, unfortunately, buddy. Mostly on account of my clumsy ass just being bad at things. Enzo? From Reboot?
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Oh, you don't know either. Alright. Eh, fair enough. I was hoping that would work. But no, I'm pretty sure I do need to get to the... How did I miss that? Yeah, whatever. I'm pretty sure I need to get to that rooftop. The high one in the middle first. Yeah, this. That firework rocket breaks open the lockbox for us. I suppose that might be more appropriate to call like a vault or something out of compared to whatever I called a vault earlier. Also, I like how after a second of charging, there's a little bit of an extra drum beat that gets added into the music. It reminds me a little bit of how in Super Mario World, when you get on Yoshi, it adds that little extra drum beat to the music. It's just a cute little detail. Ah, crud. Well, surely I can get over there. I just need to review my strategy here because it is a nice big flight. Yeah, obviously we have to do it from much higher up than here. So it really is just go from here. Okay, so it really was just don't suck. All right. Easy strategy. Glad we Glad we can do it, folks.
You've reached the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind over there.
All dragons found? Yeah, I mean, I figured, but nice anyway. Ah! Crud. Oh, that'll bring us back up. Remember to square to kill the glide. I should have remembered that from the flight stage, but I didn't think that through. I also had hoped that I would be able to get into the thing from midair, but no. Doesn't work like that. $352. Go back up. The birds refresh, or they didn't die. No, it's just a new one. Yeah, every vulture in Clifftown. All right. It's always kind of strange, the things that qualify for achievements in a lot of these games, because a lot of them feel super easy sometimes. It's just like, hey, yeah, make sure you actually 100% the game. Okay, I was going to do that anyway. Do all these things that are already recorded by the game, and some of them are even, like, easier than that. I like how the cacti just, like, shake off being set on fire like that. Anyway, we're still suffering from missing 43 treasure syndrome, so we should probably see a doctor about that. And by see a doctor about that, I mean actually find the rest of the treasure in the level. Listen, 400 treasure is not going to be enough to pay our medical bills anyway, so we should just do this ourselves. Actually, maybe the world of Spyro has some degree of Medicare for all. They seem fairly civilized and not American. I don't know where I'm going with this bit anymore. Probably somewhere that will end in a flame war in a comment section somewhere, but well, 33 left. We didn't miss any in there. It's okay. I assume you're working on stuff too, so it happens. Now, where's the other 33 treasure here? Yeah, I would not be surprised if it was all behind these pillars. I mean, it's not behind those ones, obviously, because those are the boundaries. Ah, I see. That's a thing that happens, yeah. Now, I have been in the exit room, right? Because that's my big moment of, am I doing a huge dumb here by just not getting the things from the return point? And the answer is we got those already. I'm looking out for obvious chests. And I'm not noticing any that I've missed yet. That's just a river of nasty purple stuff. We got everything that was in this area, right? Right? Yes, yes we did. Oh, neat. It's pretty cool, though. Yes, that's the boundary. River of grossness. I mean, not specifically. But go on. Can't be knocked over. Oh yeah, that definitely makes sense. Because, yeah. There's a lot of pattern there to remember. Excuse me. Yeah, some of that is, well, yeah. This is the block. Yeah. Yeah, it's well, even saying dated feels a little bit wrong because it was dated when it was in the original game too, to put it nicely. But nowadays, try going back to the high point and see if there's any way that I can get to that ring around the starting point. I have a feeling that the answer is going to be no. Oh no, I see it. I see a gem over there, so there's got to be it. Yep. I'm glad I thought about that. And yeah, there being a purple gem in that position makes a lot of sense. Alright, so this time we're going to actually use the exit level thing. Yeah, if we hit the L1, R1, and do some little barrel rolls. Grab some orbs. So I think ice cavern is over this way. It's the balloon man. There it is. Yeah. All right. Now, before we take this on, I will be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back. Now let's head into Ice Cavern. Cool off a little bit from that 70 degrees outside that it was today. That's actually nice weather, though. Don't need to cool off from that. Ooh, that mini-map is a shape that is a little bit intimidating. That guy with the hat, mate. That fellow looked like a Yeti a little bit to me. Until I got closer. I know, it was the color scheme, the fuzzy hat. It came together in a certain way mentally. Ulrich. Lars Ulrich?
A word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
Yeah, I've been fucking that up a lot. No need to rub it in. Oh, okay. Who said anything about need, right? We'll grab that in a second.
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor. And in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
Gotcha. So the fireproofing supersedes resistance to being charged. Gotcha. It's useful information. Black box? Yeah, that's locked. Definitely don't have the key yet. Yeah, those aren't real gems, are they? Oh no, they are. Huh. It seems rather dangerous with how they're placed for only 2 treasure. Oops. Well, that's shameful. It's okay, we'll get that one up back reasonably quickly. I want to... Okay, yeah, so we don't have an egg to worry about here. Just checking, because that sounds like something that would really suck. Well, that's a nice free one-up. I'll take that. Thanks, game.
Thank you for releasing me.
Yeah, see, even the dragons who just do the generic "thank you for releasing me" message, they have unique designs, and I think that's pretty cool. Again, they really did pay a lot of attention in terms of this, and put a lot of care into it. I keep saying it because, you know, there keeps being evidence of it.
Thanks for freeing me, Spyro. And now, where was I?
There are a couple of those bats around. Where'd they go? Guys? Oh, I see they fucked off. Alright. They just decided, oh, hey, we haven't learned supersonic yet. We can not irritate you the way that bats usually would. Yeah, that one requires 2 charges, which is because that fella was further away from an edge. So you're not truly killing them with a charge, but usually it works out that way due to positioning. And we got an achievement for just defeating more random enemies in the level. Thank you, Steam. That's very silly, but alright, why not? Ooh, down I go! It's free real estate, yep. It's free real estate.
Spyro, some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
Ah, you'll figure it out eventually, Spyro. Oh, now that's just rude. Now that dude's laughing at me too. Wow. Okay, buddy. What a jerk. Think you can just do that? Because you can. I'm not gonna do anything about it. Anything else that happens to you is completely unrelated, my dude. Alright, so this level doesn't loop around. It's not a circle. So for us to go back and get the key and everything else, we gotta go all the way back the regular way. Playing the game badly is what I'm doing. we start from here. This seems like the only place that we can reach this from. I gotta actually remember to drop properly, though. It's alright, just pretended I really wanted the health back. That up. So I'll let us open the lockbox. Am I sure that there's nothing else I need to get at? Because there's that little island over there. Does that require me to go all the way back to the start of the level? So here's the big man again. Just shove him out the way. That's everything, right? Yeah, we're done with the level. So, what the hell? Is that lives or something? I don't think I'm going to be able to see it from the entrance, though, but we've 100%ed the level, so, I assume that's something that's like a skill point or an achievement, and probably just has a couple of lives in it, which, you know, we can get along without. As nice as they would be. Well, we can't see from there, so... But yeah, that is how we get there, and it's 3 lives. Well. Alright then. Not bad. Okay, so remaining in the Peacekeeper's world, I believe there's 2 more levels only, and one of them is the boss and the other is the flight. Right, because there's the boss, Dr. Shemp. And there's me dropping into the nasty purple stuff. Well, should probably go find some health. Because I keep just falling into the sludge. You'd think I'd never played a platformer before. But maybe the problem is just that I've constantly learned worst practices in most of them. It's a terrible habit. Alright, it's Clifftown. Dry Canyon over there. That's the entrance of the world. Have I found a way to... yes, I believe that... wait a second. Okay, yeah, so there's the entrance to Night Flight. To get over there... Yes, I've been over there. Oh, there's one of these chucklefucks over here, huh? Oh, no, he just respawns. Okay. I didn't remember that the egg thieves respawned. Alright then. Yeah, because I think there was just stuff over there, right? Alright, so let's take on Night Flight. What does the guidebook say? Well, it shows us that we've got these 3 levels 100%ed, and we've got the main hub world here 100%ed. It's also showing the keyboard controls because I set the controller down and it twitched a little bit in the micro USB jack on my PS4 controller. Yeah, okay, I was just making sure that that was all, because I was like, there's not another level here, is there? Alright, so after we really got away with beating the first flight level a little too easily, this time we are going to probably just scrub this pretty badly, huh? Like, surely we can't have that level of success, right? Took you a few attempts, yeah, it sounds not wrong, especially because A, we're getting a lot less time per object, and B, we have less time to begin with at all, it seems like. So our time is rough. What is the other... Oh, it's not going to tell us what the other thing is? Alright. Oh, it's the lighthouses, right. Well, shit. We were doing okay until that. That's right. I remember that there was a level where you could light the lighthouses. Well, that was quite embarrassing because I just missed that. We gotta loop back around. I'm gonna take a reset on that, actually, now that I've goofed that so badly. Let's just... let's fail the last ring, I suppose. And do that. Well. Don't look at me. That was pretty bad. Alright, now we really gotta be careful to stop crashing into these damn lighthouses, because I'm doing that too much. Out of all the things that I'm doing wrong here. Which is pretty much everything, I'm sure, but... that seems pretty high up the list. Oh, I get it. Wait a second. Okay, so I just really goofed that pretty badly. Oh yeah, we're starting with 24 seconds per run of this, by the way. Spyro pulls... Shit. Reset. This feels like we're starting to get at least somewhat close to the you really need to be perfect. Or maybe I just feel like that because a lot of this stuff seems kind of rough so far. How tight these paths want us to be, and are you kidding me? Well, that's definitely not easy. Just to put it simply. Wow, I absolutely lost control there. What if I try for the lights before I do the chests? Again, like I keep saying, I need to not crash into things so much. This could be a case where it'd be smarter to do things roughly at the same time to each other. And not worry about completing anything except for the rings until the end. But also, I think I can do this the other way. I just need to stop playing so badly is all. So I've got the path, I think, at least. Eight. And once we're done with the arches, we loop back around and start doing the lighthouses, basically along the same path that we were just on. I hope these aren't as worryingly spread out as they feel like they are. Oh yeah, this has got to be like the end of the path, huh? Yeah, because otherwise we spend too much time going back and forth. We'll get this. We'll get this. We'll stop screwing it up eventually, I swear. Thank you for showing me that arrow. Game. The sound that these make when they pop feels like weirdly wet for being these big archway things. That's probably a very silly thing to say, but it's... It feels odd for some reason, I guess. Ooh, yeah, that was pretty close. Not as close as last time, but yeah. That's probably not like the optimal route or anything. But we got away with it, so... Hey, I'm glad. You got our perfect score. Let's go. Alright, now all we're missing is the boss level. It's old Dr. Shemp here. I'm gonna hazard a guess that this is a 300 treasure level, by the way. Oh yeah, don't do this stupid way, but somehow we managed to not take damage from that, so... I think that guy died. Possibly that one? Oh, we'll find out if I get through this and I have treasure that I'm missing. I just love the design on those truly bizarre little treasure containers that shoot the gem up when you hit them. It's a very interesting piece of, like, over-designed. At least from the perspective of, like, this would be total nonsense if this was a thing that you could build in real life, but also... It's fun from a game perspective, too. Ah, nice. Yeah, that little run on the clavinet there. Very nice. Sharondo. What a name.
Dr. Shemp thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I tell you one thing, he should watch his back.
Ah, I suppose that's our hint, right? Get him in the butt. Off he goes. Let's pick up a... That's nice and far away. Alright, well, we'll deal with that later. Let's do a nice big glide to get at it. I see. I thought I was on the ground. I hit the second X button, I guess, or maybe I just screwed up. We'll put it that way. That's the important takeaway here. Yep, just set this guy's butt on fire a couple times. I'm sure that's how this goes. I'm jumping way too soon. That's all. I'm getting a little bit nervy is all. And it's making me play badly. Anyway, at first it looked like I thought the guy was gonna throw his stick. Whoa! Alright, so this is a motion, alright. That's actually much easier than I thought it was. Now give me your lunch money. Dr. Shemp, where did you go to medical school? Because I don't want to go there. This will be only 20. Alright, so yeah, there's still one last purple gem way out in the far reaches of this level, huh? That I am not entirely confident as to how to get to. Yeah, and this isn't even a ramp of any description, it's just a dead drop. Alright, so we're gonna have to go basically from as high up in the stage as we can get to, right? Then I don't see an out. Huh. Yeah, we can't get over that. Well, that just about damn near killed us. And it did kill us. We could probably have hit leave level and re-enter and that would have fixed it, but too late now. Okay. I don't know how to get to that pillar out there. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Yeah, like, can we get on top of that building? Well, I see an updraft. I'm probably just being stupid and there's an updraft around the back of this and it's... Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think that shows up until the end. Unless I forgot it already. Ugh. Damn. Well, I guess we can kiss all of our lives goodbye, because this is gonna be one of those jumps, everybody. I better strap in. This is the only way that I know of to do this. And it's just do it perfectly. There we go. Well, as soon as I said we're about to spend all of our lives doing this, I just pull it off first try. Well, first try after that. So, again, it's starting to feel like the average is coming through. Every time I say something is going to be harder than fuck, it seems like it's really easy for me. And every time I say it's going to be really easy, it absolutely obliterates me. So, yeah, it turns out it wasn't actually that bad. All considered. Thankfully, the precision jumps that show up in some places don't require you to, like, do it under fire as a general rule. And you also don't have to worry about many moving platforms, at least yet. I don't remember what the future will hold. So that may not necessarily bear out, but as it stands for now, yeah, it's mostly just that it's all stationary stuff. And even then, you know, it's not as bad as it could be, we'll put it that way. I've seen games with harder platforming. I just suck at all of them. Every platformer, whether it's hard, easy.
I can't believe how fast you found so much stolen treasure. Hop aboard for the Magic Crafters world if you're ready.
Let's move on to Magic Crafters, which we're only just barely starting. Before we hang it up, because it's been just about 3 hours, but we're moving into a world where I get to make more robe and wizard hat jokes. Wait. I haven't done one of those in a while. Oh, you're just starting right out the gate. Yeah, this is... If I recall correctly, this is the world that has the most of these chuckleheads in it. Oh, you... A wizard in a steel robe. Am I liking things so far? Oh, it's fun. It's a pretty good game. I'm less bad at this than I remember, but then again, not by a lot. Let's take out our, the rest of these metal robed fellas here. Cosmos.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
Oh, you can't give me a third rolling R? Well, then I don't know that I'll be recovering the eggs from the thieves, buddy. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Yeah, let's see if we can't pick up all the stuff in the Magic Crafters homeworld, and that will be our pausing point for the day here. Oop. Out of here. Oh, you're not gonna make this easy for me at all, buddy. Let's see. Not that I expected any less, but still. Where am I relative to the dude? I think I want to just hold down the L2 here for this. There we go. Yeah, that made my life significantly easier. Oh, that camera was whipping pretty fast. Ooh, is this where we get the boost ramps?
When you see arrows like these,
Oh, I like this dude.
along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent.
Go ahead, try it.
Oh, yeah, I remember that this is part of, it's part of a level, all right.
This portal leads to a special place where you can learn to fly. I remember when I was a young dragon.
Oh, we've met a couple of these already, my friend.
Learn to fly. Got it.
Alright, well, that got us all the dragons. That's great. What's our 300 for this one? All right. There's plenty of stuff to get in. That's. Fly over to. Oh yeah, we managed it somehow. We don't have a key. Shit. So that's just the balloon man to go back. Okay, we didn't go all the way this way, did we? Wizard Peak. Alright, so the level that I'm thinking of is in a different world, I believe. Which means we don't have to think about it for at least about 48 hours, give or take. which is cool. Well, I mean, actually, we wouldn't have to anyway, because... Wait a second. Okay, so that thing. Oops. Dick. Blow hard. This will be our boss. There's the balloonist. Alright, so to get that box, yeah, the supercharge is what we're gonna have to not screw that up. Which is great because there's a double 90-degree turn there that is a little tight. So that has me quite nervous. But first we can do this. And get our almost nothing from that lockbox. Relative to other lockboxes, I mean, because usually they're, like, more than that. It came up in an achievement. I think technically the name is Strong Chest or something, but lockbox is what makes sense to me, alright? It's a box, it's got a lock on it, it's a lockbox. And there we go, 300 out of 300. All dragons found. We done good. Now let me find one of the dragon pads real quick and use that to save.
Hi, Spyro.
Okay, let's just replay the dragon. All right. Yeah, I'll press that in a second. I was double checking to make sure there wasn't a hard save button somewhere, because obviously I get kind of nervous about that stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be as much as we do for today, because goodness knows if I start something else, it'll take a while.